win MVP. You gotta win at your level over everybody else so that you can get up there, you can speak, you can get all the awards. So for the next 3 months, we went to work.
Yes.
And what I mean, guys, we did everything. However we could get in your house, we was coming. Hey, are you home right now? We in the neighborhood, we just want to stop by and show you something real quick. We want to get your opinion on something real quick. Hey, I'm going for my next promotion. I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but I can show you when I get there. Hey, you got about 30 minutes for me to talk to you? And we did that over and over and over again. And so all of those plaques you see in our arms was for every month, from February to March to April and May, of being #1 in the state. So when you leave the room, you got to, okay, what am I doing when I get up out of here? Whenever they do another Super Saturday, am I going to be the person that gets to talk from the stage? Am I going to get my name called? And from now until then, you got to put in crazy work ethic. It was all day, every day for us, even while we had jobs. You can be a part-time person out working full-time people, because some full-time people just be playing. So we would get off in the evening time and still do 3-4 appointments. And on the weekends, we had all of our weekends booked up. And we did that because you got to put the grind in for an extended period of time to start getting the results that you want. And the more you do, the more you're going to see. So we showed back up, won Rep MVP. We were now regional leaders in the business. And you do this better than me. Okay. We were now regional leaders in the business. We won all the plaques and everything. And we said, man, we need an office because nobody in Monroe believes in us. So you got to think about it. When we started in Primerica, we were 2 agents. Our upline was not in the same city as us. He was 3 hours away. We had no office. So some of y'all taking what you had for granted. We had to meet and book some million in Pizza Hut. You know, we had to use $20 to buy a pizza for the team so that we could try to gather each other and start to build an environment. So we said, you know what? We didn't manage our money right at first. We're going to manage our money right now. We're going to invest in our business and we want to get an office. So we save our money and we get an office as regional leaders. And that bottom picture you see in the bottom left, you see, that's our office. It got a red wall, it got some chairs and some plaques. And I got to tell y'all a funny story about that office because we spent the money on the office and we bought a sign. And Don and I looked at each other and we were like, man, we did it. I can't wait for Primerica to send us all the furniture. Now y'all know Primerica don't send no furniture, right? So we sitting in this empty office. We just spent all the money on the office, all the money on the sign. And all we have left to purchase now is 10 folding chairs and a folding table. And we begged the landlord to let us paint the wall red and we can put up our accolades, the awards that we have so far, and that's all we had. But I'm going to tell you, we sold that office like it was the best thing in the world. We still brought people to it and we took them on a tour. And we said, don't you see it? It's amazing. They're like, I don't see nothing. What is this? Like, it's just a room. I said, nah, you don't see it. It's about, we're going to pack it out. We're going to have district leaders. We're going to have class in here. It's going to be amazing. We're going to take over the city. It's all about how you speak about it. Yes. And then you see the wall right there with all the plaques? That was our wall soon after with all of our district leaders. That was all the promotions. That's our grand opening picture right there after passing that Series 26. We went on to get our own PFSU class in that office. And then we outgrew that office within 1 year. 1 year. But while you're casting the vision for yourself, it might look a little strange. People might not be able to see what you're talking about, and you got to be okay with speaking it anyway. Yes. They're not going to see it. They're going to try to remember the football coach. Bro, you the football coach. What you talking about? Don't worry about it. I'll show you. Give me 90 days. I'm coming back. Give me 90 days. You're going to see a transformation. Don't worry. I'll show you. But some of y'all get defeated because people don't believe what you say right now. That's okay. You got to talk it anyway, but you can't just all be talking. You got to go get the results. So within a year, we got our regional vice president promotion. Super excited about that. The journey wasn't just all smooth. We failed one of our tests 4 times between the two of us to get the license that we needed in order to promote, but we kept going back. 30 days, 60, whatever it is, we're going to go back. You can't count the cost. For me, when I sat in the back of the room in 2019, there wasn't another option. You get what I'm saying? I had 2 jobs already. He was extending himself. There wasn't anything else to go back to. So if I got to take this test 10 times, I will take it because it's promising me more than my job ever will. There's more on the other side. What if it works? So we do that, and then we go on our first company trip, you guys. And all of the winners end up on the company trips, okay? We go on our very first company trip is to the Bahamas. And we're walking through the airport, and we look to the right, look to the left, and I say, Don, that Tanya Paul over there?
Yeah.
That's Tanya Paul said she get on the same plane as us.
Yeah.
And then we look to the left, and then it's Amber and Eric Davis. And I'm like, wait, they getting on the same plane as us too? And then we get to the event, and I say, John, that's Gary Cornegay. And look, y'all, we was fangirling and fanboying over everybody. But getting on that trip changed our lives because you get in more rooms like this one where you get to hear from more leaders, where they start to fire you up. So you got to do whatever it takes. If you're not going on this company trip, I need you to make the next company trip so that you can get in the room, so that you can see how massive Primerica is, so you can cast a vision for everybody that's doubting you right now so that they can see how Primerica treats their agents. I've had a lot of jobs, and none of them ever flew me anywhere. None of them ever gave me money to spend while I was there anywhere. So that company trip was where it all started. But I'm going to let Don, I want you to hit on Gary, how he made that change, and then, of course, you being the best son-in-law in the world.
Absolutely. So Gary Cornegay challenged us to start running a $50,000 base shop team. Now, we've been in the business, guys, this is 1 year, 1 month. January 2019, we joined. This is February 2020. We never ran over 30,000 in a month before, ever. But when you go to the company trips, they're going to talk to you like you're a big dog. And they're going to challenge you to be a big dog. You got to get to a company trip. Right? Look, raise your hand if you've ever been to a company trip. If you've ever been to a Primerica company trip, not enough people in the room. Not enough people. The reason you're not big is because you have not been to one of these trips. These trips change your life. And it's going to show you something different. And one of the things that it also does, it makes your family believe in you. We brought our parents to the first company trip. And you say, why did you bring them? This is why we brought them. Brianna's mom helped us pay for the wedding. She thought more about the wedding than she thought about Primerica. Right? Because she would not pay $10,000 for Primerica. But she helped us pay $10,000 for the wedding. So I said, you know what? We're going to take her to a company trip. When we left that company trip, Brianna's mom and dad, they used to tell her, don't quit your real job. Don't do that Primerica thing too much. Make sure you get your master's degree. When they left the company trip, they said, when can we join Primerica? Man, her dad, God bless him, pina coladas on the beach, sand in his toes. He's drunk by noon, go to sleep, wake back up, Primerica pay for the meals. They ate on our room tab the whole weekend. I don't even think they spent their own money.
Not a penny.
But people in your life will support you when you start winning. You need to start winning. You need to show them a company trip. You need to show them a lifestyle. I see we got 15 minutes. We're going to finish this, guys. But once you leave a company trip and you get the nuggets from the $1 million earners and you start taking pictures with all the $1 million earners, the next thing you do is you prove that you deserve to be treated like them. So we came back. Guys, when we came back, our first goal was to get the watch. Now this is going to move real fast. I know y'all like for us to talk about poverty. We leave in poverty right now. Everybody just wave. Because this is bye-bye to poverty, okay? You're not going to see no more broke stuff ever again, okay? This is over. I know you want to see it again. You want to hear that we struggled. We had to make it. It was hard. That's over. That's the end of that story. We're about to be rich right now, okay? This is how close you are to being successful. watched another gas pump. You know when you go to the gas pump and you watch it? We don't do that. Rich people don't watch the gas pump. You know what they do? They pump it, they pull the lever, they stick it in, we go in the store and buy some cookies. When we come back, it better be what? Full. Don't stop until we full, because I'm not coming back. And we don't even look at how much it costs. We just look, it's full. That's what your bank account should look like in this business. When you become an RVP and you go to work, 3 to 5 appointments a day. So we started 3 to 5 appointments a day. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. We got our 50K watch in March. By May, we had 100,000. That's 25,000 back-to-back months. We used to make 25,000 a year. Now we make 25,000 a month. One company trip. You are one company trip away. Bro, you want to jump in?
Sure. Look, y'all, like he said, it's going to move fast. So it was 50K in March, 100,000 by May. By August, we were $200,000 earners. And one thing I got to point out is that this is just the culmination of all the work that's already been done. You know, you got to be okay with doing the work and not getting the results immediately and saying, man, I'm just sowing seeds. I'm tilling the ground. I'm sowing the seeds. I'm tilling the ground. Yeah. Sooner or later, I'm going to see a harvest. This is the harvest. This is stuff that was done months before, a year before, that's finally coming to fruition. So we got $200,000 in August of 2020. By November, we were $250,000. What y'all think we was after at that point? 300,000, baby. We need ownership. Primerica promised us ownership.
Hold on, y'all. They want to see it. It was too fast for them. Go ahead.
Primerica promised us ownership from November of 2020 to January of 2021. We go and we get our ownership. So that's exactly 2 years from the days that we signed our IBA. You can come here and apply yourself. You can come here and lay it all out. And you can come here and make the sacrifices that you need to make and get crazy, crazy results. So 2 years in, we now have ownership of a business that we know, hey, when we do have kids, I can pass it to my kids. I can show them how to get the licenses. I'm on my way towards creating legacy, towards creating the generational wealth that we talk about after 2 years of a little bit of sacrifice. 2 years of maybe being a little uncomfortable, not making every family function. I can't right now, I'm studying. I can't right now, I gotta book some appointments. But when I come back, I'll be in a better position. And because I'm in a better position, I can help you get in a better position. But you gotta let me go so that I can come back. You gotta set me free. People will cling on to you. And they will stop you from achieving what it is that you need to achieve. You gotta have that deployment mindset that, I'm about to deploy, I will be back. But when I come back, I'm going to come with some results, you guys. After that, we went on to become the fastest senior vice presidents in Louisiana. 2 years and 9 months from signing our IBAs. So we went on to promote 3 RVPs because now we want people to be in the same position as us. We qualified for SVP and we continue to go from there. I'm going to do one more and let you back in. $400,000 in income. 3 years, 1 month since IBA. It's a culmination of all of the effort that you put in, building the environment, pouring into your people, focusing on promotions, doing the basics of the business. And I want everybody to know that the people on the stage, we're not doing anything different. The system in Primerica works. You just gotta work it consistently. You gotta say, hey, I'm willing to sacrifice and not take days off every other day. You gotta be able to have that level of commitment. But everybody that's up here, everybody that you go and you see in other events and that are talking from the stage, they did the same thing that you're able to do. The same exact thing. But Don, you can have it back.
Team, let's look at what the people look like. You saw the money. You saw the lifestyle difference. But let's look at what the team size looks like. This is us 7 months in the business. This is our coach's entire hierarchy in this photo. Not the base shop. This is the whole hierarchy. Everybody. 13 people. 13 people. We're on the far right. You see me, Brianna, holding the purple shirt and in the purple dress. Those are our head coaches. You can't even see them, but there's a sign behind our head coach in the purple, holding the purple shirt. There's a guy peeking over his head. He has like the fist in his hand. That's Maurice Nelson, who makes $200,000 a year. Nobody else in the picture is here. Everybody else in the picture quit. Everybody else in the picture, from 7 months in the business, they all quit. But what happened to the people who stayed?
Where was Coach's income in this picture?
Coach was at $50,000. Our head coach was at $50,000. So you can only imagine where we were at. Maybe $15,000 earners. Yeah. Woo! Y'all not excited? $15,000 in a year. You not excited?
Come on.
You got to be excited even when you're small. Because one day you're going to be big. And nobody likes somebody who only claps when they're big. Nobody likes that person. Don't brag when you get big. Brag when you're small. Tell people you're going to get big. Maurice Nelson, who stayed. $200,000 earner. Senior vice president. Only 3 people stayed. Derek and Shakora Simpson, who stayed. Senior vice president, $400,000 earners. Don and Bree, who stayed. Senior national sales director, $460,000. We're going to be $500,000. And Tesla, no. We're going to beat them to $1 million. Y'all hear it right now. From the stage, we're going to beat Tesla to not to $1 million. If you let it happen, Tesla, your team knows. We're going to brag at convention when we beat you. Remember the team size. Remember the team size. Let's look at the team size now. Don't worry about who quits along the way. You get better, better people will come. You will win more. Look at the trophies. Look at the plaques. Look at the districts. Look at the MVPs. Look at the watchers. Look at the rings. What if we cry because these people quit? You miss out on all of these people. Brianna, we got 4 minutes. How you want to close this?
Look, real quick, he said it already. So this isn't even an updated picture. This was 1.5 years later. So it didn't take 2-3 years to have that type of transformation. It takes you sticking and staying and saying, I'm going to keep doing what I know works. If the people that come in can't see it, then so be it. It's going to be okay. Coach, I'm going to keep showing up. You can count on me. I'm going to be your best player. I'll be the person to set the example. I'll be there early in the morning till late at night. We're going to do this thing until it works because that's what we work for our coach. Coach, you can count on me. The people are going to come. And then sooner or later, you see leaders popping out. And then sooner or later, you see watches and rings and example and cash flow. You're going to see it. But somebody's got to step up to be that person in the base shop. Somebody's got to step up to be that person in the hierarchy to say, look, okay, I hear y'all. And say, look, we going to be the reason why we go to the next level. If they not going to do it, coach, I'm going to do it. That's one thing about me and Dawn. Look, if we had to do it by ourselves, coach, we're going to put it on our back and we're going to get across the finish line. We're going to do this thing. Whatever it takes, you just tell us what you need. Because one, I'm in it for you, but I'm in it for me as well to make sure that we're good. So we just continue to progress from there, you guys. It continued to be us celebrating the victories of everybody that was alongside us. People going RVP, people finally getting in the game, people getting their names called, having an excited environment where people want to be a part of it, where they're excited to show up. But most of all, like Don was saying, as you build, when we started our run, after coming back from the Bahamas, we had maybe 5 people. So when we started to jump our diamonds, we had maybe 5 people. And by 5 people, I mean 5 people that were actually licensed that were still with us. And those 5 people and us met at the office and we said, you know what? It don't take a lot of people to make a big difference. It could be 2 of us, 3 of us, 4 of us. If we come in and we all start running in the same direction, we're going to accomplish something big. Something big. We're going to make something happen. And those 5 people led to this. Was he 19 at the time?
Yes.
A 19-year-old college athlete led to this. We recruited him. He recruited somebody. He's now an RVP. His replacement is RVP, and everything else came from that. It don't take a lot. But it's going to take you as a leader being the one to say, we okay. We might not be big right now, but we're going to be big one day. We might not be the size of this room, but we're going to get there one day. And I just need a few people that's going to come along with me, that's going to be as committed as I am to make a difference. That's all it was, you guys. Maurice stuck with us. Maurice has been with us since March. 1 month of us being in the business, we recruited Maurice. And he was kind of recruited on accident. He just happened to be at the KT that we showed up to. And he's been with us ever since. But even with him, he said, man, it was something about, y'all were just excited. He said, Don showed him a check for $300 and was like, hey, I made $300 in a day. You want to make some money? And Maurice was like, yeah, I can do that. And he stuck with us ever since. But while you're on your journey, I want y'all to be committed. I want you to not forget what you're doing right now when you start winning, because you got to keep doing it. We don't ever want you to slack off, but we need you to have a made-up mind, because if you get fired up in this room, you can't walk outside and let Uncle Joe discourage you. You can't walk outside and let mama discourage you, your best friend or somebody that wants to quit, that don't want to be in business with you. That's okay, because I got a made-up mind that I'm going to stick and stay anyway. I got a made-up mind that I'm going to do something big, but I'm going to let you close up. We got like a minute left on the clock.
Hey, I heard that the fight is on. Yeah. That's what I heard. When I came in, they said the fight is on. Okay. Look, stand up if you're ready to fight, because I need you to understand this. We're going to give you everything we got when we come back up on this stage. Guys, we had to tell our story to get that out the way. We got some X's and O's things that we're going to give you so that you can fight. Make sure that you got the fighting mentality on when you leave here. Somebody's going to try to take your dreams. Somebody's going to steal your determination. Somebody's going to take what's yours. And the biggest thing you can do to disrespect somebody is to take something that's theirs. You don't take what's mine. And look, and you don't let anybody take what's yours. Somebody say the fight is on. The fight is on. The fight is on. We'll see you at the top. Make sure you